Britain's ever-increasing obsession with celebrity
Right, this is Rooney.
has created a twilight world where nothing is quite as it seems.
Give him a kiss.
What are you going to do with this?
With huge rewards for the right photo, celebrities and the paparazzi indulge in a bizarre game of hide-and-seek, where the lines between fact and fiction are often blurred.
Where did the story come from?
I don't know where the story came from.
Agreeing to reveal some of the dark arts of this world is one of the paparazzi's most controversial figures, photographer George Bambi.
All the celebrities and all the people in the know like us, we all know it's a load of bollocks. They've got drug dogs and everything.
You haven't got any drugs on you, have you?
I don't just take pictures. Give us a smile, Perry. I make stories. Now, drop it, drop it. They might not always be true. If they wanted to pay for the publicity that I got on last year, it would have cost them thousands and thousands of pounds.
For freelance paparazzi photographer George Bambi, it's all about being in the right place at the right time. And the Cornish coast during the Poldark filming season ticks both boxes.
They should be making me a sandwich and a cup of tea when I turn up, asking me how I am. Don't know how lucky they are having someone of my talent on set.
Joining him today is his assistant, Terence, otherwise known as Bilko.
Is that a sign?
Hey up! A unit, that's it. I mean, why they don't just put the postcode down to give it to everyone and have no signs whatsoever? Then they wonder why I turn up.
As George well knows, being a pap isn't the sort of job where they roll out the welcome mat. So, avoiding the front door goes with the territory.
Oh, this is a nightmare. I did this last year. The problem is, all the security know me. I've been done for assaulting one last year. Is there another way round? We agreed to a community resolution order between us, which was fair enough. But now, I've drove down there. That's it. Oh, that's all I've done. I've got my helmet on. They can't even see my face. I've heard this guy on the radio. George is here.
George has decided to act as a decoy to draw the security away, hopefully allowing Bilko to get some shots.
But the focus is that one. Don't forget AF.
But for this to work, Bilko needs a cover story.
You're a bird spotter. What's a bird spotter have? Binoculars, bird book, and no brains. You match in all departments. Take the van keys and all. If I end up getting arrested, at least you'll have somewhere to keep warm for a bit. Last year was really good. I came down, shot a set of pictures. Nothing pictures, really. And he's by the wall, he's smoking a vapour cigarette. Then I thought, how can I make a story out of them? So basically, I rang one of the newspapers, withheld my number, put a little voice on. Hey, mate, it's all right, yeah, I'm down working on the Poldark set. They keep going to do the take, and he's got a vapour pen in his hand, and they're going mental. They keep stopping him all the time and shouting and going on and moaning. And so anyway, I planted the seed in their head, right, about this vapour pen story. An hour or so later, I rang the news desk and I went, all right, boys, it's George, just been doing Poldark. I've got a really nice set of pictures of Aiden Turner. He says, I don't know what's been going on today. I said, but apparently there's been loads of arguments going on. And they're like, send them in, send them in, send them in. Next day, full page in the Mail. I get £2,000, they get the publicity, and the readers get to read another load of shite. Happy days for everyone, innit?
With large areas sealed off for today's filming of Poldark, it would be nearly 3 hours before George was to re-emerge.
Have you got any pictures?
No, I couldn't get any.
What do you mean you couldn't get any? I've just dragged about 20 of them all around the other side of the hill so you could leave the gap for you to get some pictures.
Security guards know me.
Right, listen, you're playing the big boys game now. It's us against them. They've got about 15 cats and we've got 2 mice, and you're one of them.
Normally, in a scenario like this, George would expect to take around 600 pictures. Bilko, being new to the game, has come away with slightly less.
So you got 4 or 5 pictures? How'd you get 4 or 5?
The security kept getting in the way.
I thought you said you got him. Where did you get him?
I think it's in the middle of the picture.
There was a few things wrong with them. One, they were zoomed right out, so you could hardly make out who was in the picture. Two, they were all blurry. And three, which is probably the most important, is Poldark wasn't even in any of the pictures. As luck would have it, despite being surrounded by about 15 security guards, it was a little brief half a second, and it was Aiden getting out the car talking to someone in the unit base. Hands waving about a bit, it looked like they were having a bit of an argument. Well, that's what I thought they were doing anyway.
And after a series of stories featuring George's photos appeared in the press, so did many readers.
Next day, all over the British press, every single paper you can imagine, Australia, America, everywhere, Aiden Turner, picture of him falling out with somebody on the set. There was this 72-year-old woman, she was on holiday, she'd come down to Cornwall, she was taking a couple of little innocent pictures from miles away, and apparently Aiden's thrown the right strop on the set. And he said, right, no more pictures, I've had enough, that's it, and he's kicked off. She got really upset. She said she was leaving, she wasn't visiting Cornwall again, she was never watching Poldark again. That was it, she was gone, absolutely devastated.
Where did the story come from?
I don't know where the story came from. I think the story probably originated from my pictures and maybe a bit of prompting from a phone call that was made before the pictures were sent in. To be honest, I've done Aiden Turner and Poldark loads of times, and every time I've met him, he seems a really lovely guy. You know, pleasant, polite, obviously not happy he's having his picture taken all the time, but he comes up to me, he asks me what I'm doing.
Don't you feel a bit guilty making him out to be the bad guy?
I do not feel guilty in one bit. And after my pictures and that hit the papers, the company that make Poldark tweeted 2 days later, this week, our viewing figures have gone up by 400,000 people. Do I feel guilty? Do I bollocks feel guilty? Do you want a cup of tea, darling?
Yes, please.
How many sugars do you have? It's a bit weird, actually, when I speak to the missus when I get in about how my day's gone or how her day's gone, because my wife's a nurse in an A&E department. I'll tell you what they're doing there. They save lives. Our jobs are just completely opposite. The thing is, I know a lot of people do very difficult jobs and very hard jobs, right? If you want to be a celebrity or you're going to be a celebrity, part of your job is dealing with the media. Part of your job is having your photograph taken. Part of your job is being in the paper and being in all the magazines. Get on with it. If you don't want to do it, go and get another job. Don't be an actor. Don't be a comedian. Don't be this. But at the end of the day, you can't court publicity all the time, and then when you feel like it, just turn that switch off. Because when you turn that switch off, I'm still there, and I always will be.
One person who regularly experiences the George Bambi treatment is Dawn French. George has had a tip-off that she's due to arrive at location to film a new TV drama. He's trying to find a position opposite the unit base without being spotted, in the hope that he can get a particular type of shot that he knows will sell.
These magazines want pictures of these celebrities at the worst. They want them looking fat, dishevelled, hair all over the place, no makeup on, pissed, anything that makes them look bad.
And with over 150 front covers to his name, it's something George has built his reputation on. But what many people he photographs take issue with is just how he gets his pictures and the stories that accompany them. In Dawn's case, she's previously received a written apology from a magazine for publishing false allegations about her in an article which featured some of George's less than flattering pictures. And she's on record as referring to the coverage of women of a certain age as tantamount to bullying.
She's just arrived. They've diverted her right around the back of the car park. I might just break cover, pretend I'm just a member of the public.
The game's up, George has been spotted, and security are on their way.
Someone's just pulled up in a car and taking pictures of me through the windscreen. I'm not happy with that, so I'm doing one. Obviously, I don't know what they're doing it for. Whatever. Anyway, makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. I'm going to do one. I'm seeing a bit.
One reason why George might be a little apprehensive could be a recent call he told us he's had from the local police asking him not to harass Dawn.
I mean, I can understand why she's being the way she is. It was like about 12 months ago. I was outside, I was on the estuary, and I was doing some pictures of her house, right? And all these builders were on the scaffolding and stuff, and they were climbing up, and I just bought a new lens, and it was dead sunny and all that, and I thought, I'll try my lens out. She wasn't about, I knew her cars weren't there or anything, so I'm banging away a few pictures, and I'm practising on these builders and stuff. And then I thought, hold on a minute, none of these guys have got security hats on. They've got no harnesses or anything like that, and it was a good 300 foot up in the air. Anyway, the health and safety, they found out about it, shut the site down. So all my pictures I took of the builders that I was practising with, instead of being worth nothing, proper big feature story now, you know what I mean? I sold them to one of the Sunday papers and one of the magazines.
How did health and safety find out about it?
Well, someone must have rang them, mustn't they? I've got no idea who it was, like, but plenty of nosy buggers about, aren't they, getting involved?
Paparazzi photographer George Bambi estimates he sells over 500 photos a year to news organisations and magazines around the world. But to get those photos, he must skirt, and some would say cross, a legal line.
In this country, there are privacy laws to protect people from harassment and intimidation and all that sort of stuff. In the media, we've got a code of conduct which we're supposed to follow. You're not supposed to do surveillance on people. You're not supposed to follow people. If somebody asks you to stop taking photographs of them, you must desist from taking photographs. But if something is in the public interest, then that code of conduct just goes out the window. The difference between public interest and being of interest to the public, it's just a massive grey area.
But when you read how the Independent Press Standards Organisation defines the public interest, it's not entirely clear how some of George's pictures fit a definition which includes exposing crime, protecting public health and safety, or avoiding a miscarriage of justice. And some of George's regulars, such as Judy Finnegan, might argue that not everything they do affects the public interest, especially if what they're accused of doing is not strictly true in the first place.
I found out that she was going to a book signing. Got a friend of mine, gave him a bottle of red wine, and I says, there you go. What I want you to do is, I want you to run over and stop and say, Judy, Richard, sorry to bother you. Listen, my mum came to the book signing last year and you signed the book for her. And Judy went, oh, that's nice, yeah, what was her name? Ethel. Oh, right, yeah, you know, as if she remembers her, load of bollocks. The point was, I wanted him to turn round then and say, she can't make it this year, she's ill in hospital, but she sent this bottle of wine for you. There you go, Judy. And Judy went, oh, thank you very much, that's really nice of her. And then in the end, Richard takes it off her, puts it in the bag, and then I basically edited the pictures without the guy in it, and it looks like Judy's just pulled a bottle of wine out of the bag and gone, here, Richard, do you fancy a quick schwally in the middle of the field? And he's gone, Judy, put that away now, have it in a bit. Put it out, and then it's an instant headline for him. Judy, out of control. Shock over star's behaviour. It's a load of bollocks. But at the end of the day, I take the pictures. You know, I don't write the story. I mean, to be fair, I did contribute towards the story a little bit, but I take the pictures. That's all I do.
But such is the demand for photos of Richard and Judy, and George's relentless pursuit of them, that it's led to accusations of harassment, and to Richard not only referring to George as a stalker, but to him reporting some of George's actions to the police.
For someone who looks at, say, the Richard and Judy story with the wine and thinks you may have crossed the line, what do you say to them?
Well, get a life and stop reading the shite that you see in the celebrity magazines. I wouldn't have a job if you didn't buy the magazines, would I? I don't think Judy's got a drinking problem at all. I think her and Richard enjoy a glass of wine with the lunch on a Sunday afternoon. So does lots of people.
Britney Spears is in town for a festival put on by Apple Music. In the celebrity stakes, this American A-lister is a league above the daytime TV brigade that are George's usual bread and butter. But media coverage is being very tightly controlled. George knows if he can somehow get some unofficial photos of this global star, there's a potential of a bumper payday. He's managed to wangle a couple of tickets and invited along his old friend Greg Cirque. Greg is chief photographer for Splash News, one of the world's leading celebrity news agencies. And he's a man who knows more than most how lucrative the right shot at the right gig can be.
A freelancer and I shot Lady Gaga doing a gig, and she was on stage smoking a joint, and she said some quite interesting things, and we did video and pictures, and it made in excess of like $300,000. So Britney Spears was worthwhile going to see if we could get in.
But with airport-style security, getting cameras through the front door is out of the question.
Not sure if I can really be arsed with this, George. If I can't get professional camera gear in.
George goes around the back door, and we could see the people coming and going, and dancers and people arriving.
Wow, how do you feel about getting on the roof?
Yeah. This is the freelance type of thing, this is. OK.
He's a staff photographer, so the stuff he does, he can't get away with anything like I do. I'm going to try and get in.
OK.
They've got drug dogs and everything.
You haven't got any drugs on you, have you?
No.
That's all right, then.
Do us a favour. Have you got to go back in? Do I want some ice? Do I want some ice?
When I watch the way George works, as much as it's funny and it's entertaining, because it is only showbiz, ultimately, there is a line which I wouldn't cross.
What about a 100? Yeah. 200, that's it. Oh, fuck you. Fuck's sake.
George's plan B is to get hold of an official backstage pass.
Right. I'm supposed to be picking some accreditation up, but I think I've left my paperwork in the car and I'm about to...
We could see him from a distance talking to her, but in the meantime, he's looking at the list, because she gets the list down. He's, oh, yeah, where are you on the list? And he just quickly looks down and picks a name. And we had no idea who that name was.
Colin Barlow.
George is a blags blagger. I've never seen anyone blag so much. I mean, I don't know if anyone actually knows who the real George is. He's so close. It's literally, she's got it in her hand, she's about to give it to him, and then she thinks, well, I better get some ID proof, because he said all the right things, and then she thinks, well, I better just be safe.
Well, the thing is, I got pickpocketed last night in Camden Town, my wallet taken off and everything.
Well, OK, well, I'll go on Facebook, and, just gives you a Facebook account, and I can look and see who you are, And George was like, he's just like, no, maybe that's not a good idea,
And she looked at me and she said, what is it you do?
And it turned out to be a dancer.
She nearly actually had the wrist strap on, with, like, performer on me.
Greg decides to call it a day. But before he goes, he lends George a domestic camcorder. But George still has to make it past the now slightly suspicious security.
I actually know a few of the songs,
Give us a rendition.
Oops, I did it again. I was going to try and pretend I was one of their boyfriends. Well, I say boyfriends, I mean, we thought, like, sort of the creepy uncle angle might work a little bit better. Stick that in your bag.
She got a bag, I ain't got one.
You got a bag?
Oh, we could fit.
So basically, I'm in there, I'm waiting for Britney to come on stage. There's a little pit in front, and basically there are photographers that are arranged through Britney's management and personnel and all this that are allowed to take pictures. But they say to them, right, you can only take pictures during songs 5 and 6, where you can use a flash, and 7 and 8 with no flash, and then that's it. You don't do any more pictures or any more of the performance. So they're all sat there, they can't do anything. I'm in the crowd. As soon as she comes out, bang, 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 bang. As much as I wanted to watch Britney, because I love Britney to bits, I was out there after the 4th song, my pictures in the taxi, down the hotel, laptop out, card in, pictures edited on the phone with the son. I've got the pictures, here they are. Right, let's sort the money out. George, the pictures are great. We're doing the story up now. They'll be live in 20 minutes. The pictures are gone. They're on the news desk. They're live for the world to see 20 minutes later. She's still on stage performing at this point. They sold in England, America, Australia, New Zealand. I mean, they're just 4 countries that I knew of the next morning. They've probably sold loads more countries since then. But it just shows you, with the internet and everything, timing is so key. I was the only freelance photographer at the Britney Spears concert that night that got any pictures that were sold. Do you reckon she's going to come out or what?
She might do.
I love it how you always say she might do. She might do.
Well, you can't be certain, can you?
It would be nice. We've been here 2 fucking days. Last night, we spent the night outside Kate Moss's house. We like staying there. You know, there's not too many noisy neighbours or anything, so we get a good night's kip there. To be honest, if somebody offered me a brand new van, I wouldn't want it. I want an old, knackered builder's van that I can park up outside anybody's house and they look at it and think, just a builder. But it's got everything we need. It's got power points, got heaters in the back, it's got bunk beds, got lights, radio. What else do you want? There's homeless people living in bushes on the streets and living on street corners. I tell you, I'd love to live in here. Right, basically, I'm outside the Carrington training ground for the Man United team. And I'm a Man United fan myself, but these guys get 300 grand a week, some of them. They drive past in horrifically expensive cars. I want to see if I can get any of them speeding or talking on the phone, texting or whatever. Just easy set of pictures. But I mean, if I can get Rooney texting or talking on the phone, that'll be even better, because he's the one that sells.
It was thanks to Wayne Rooney that George got his first big break, when he approached a large photographic agency looking for a job as a photographer.
I said, look, Wayne Rooney's a pal of mine. I can get you whatever pictures you want. I said, the only thing is, I need a salary and I need a camera. Half an hour later, I was walking out with a £2 grand camera in my hand and a guarantee of 22 grand a year. That was it. I was in.
The only thing was, George knew nothing about photography and had never met Wayne Rooney.
I don't know where he lives, I don't know where he hangs out, I don't know what he does. So, I mean, I just had to get on it and just find out a bit of information, and it all went from there, really. But the first set of pictures I ever got of Wayne Rooney, they were just completely out of focus. I mean, nobody in their right mind would have published them. You couldn't even tell it was his face, and I was literally only about 30 foot away. It's just, I'm not a photographer. So... I'm not a photographer. I think that might have been Paul Pogba. I can't see, it's too dark.
The next few cars soon reveal a major flaw in George's plan. He can't actually see who's in them.
It's a bit of a nightmare down here. I've not got a polarised filter for my lens, and the sun's reflecting off the windscreen, so I can't do the guys through the car like I was trying to do, getting them texting and phoning and all that sort of stuff.
All he can hope is that Bilko can shoot some video of them, which he can distribute to the online newspaper sites.
Bilko, did you get them two idiots overtaking that car on the road then?
But once again, it's hard to be certain who's driving, or for that matter, what they're doing wrong.
If it was anyone else, I'd expect the police to be able to speed camera doing them. It's just outrageous, honestly. Right, this is Rooney. Are you ready, Bilko?
Wayne Rooney looked like he was driving quite sensibly. What does that mean for your story?
Do you reckon he was?
Yeah.
I still think he was going a bit fast, wasn't he?
Didn't look like it from here.
Controversial paparazzi photographer George Bambi has made a career out of taking photos that some people wish he really hadn't.
Do you know what? I've got to be honest. I do feel sorry for most celebrities because they just can't trust anybody. We get tips off the most unlikely sources. I mean, I've had celebrity tips off, like the celebrity's mum, celebrity's dad, the brother, the sister, their auntie, their uncle, their agents, the managers, the PR people. We get tips from all over the place. And I've done loads of photo shoots where I've been doing the celebrities and they've gone absolutely mad and kicked off in the street, and their friends or managers and PR agents are with them at the time, kicking off against me as well, and they're the ones that have actually tipped us off in the first place. Can't trust anyone.
George has had a tip-off that Judge Rinder, who's supposed to be in London rehearsing for an appearance on Strictly Come Dancing, has had to travel to Manchester to record an episode of his own TV series. But will this break in training jeopardise his chances on one of TV's biggest shows?
Robert Rinder. Fucking great programme, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get some twats on it, though. Is it? I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's Judge Rinder. Hello, Robert. You all right? Oh, you're looking lovely as ever. You're doing really well on Strictly.
What's your name?
George.
Nice
Yeah. They absolutely love you.
Oh,
Have a
you're
nice
so
show
nice.
today. What time are you coming out? I meant that in a...
The difficulty is we never know, so it could end time between 7 and 9.
All right, well, have a lovely day.
Lovely to see you.
Thanks a lot. Take care. See you in a bit. Oh, do you know what? What a lovely guy.
Yeah.
I thought he was bigger than that.
Yeah, so did I.
I said to him, what time are you coming out? And then I went, oh, I didn't mean it like that. So I've got a nice set of pictures of him turning up with all his paperwork and his suit on and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so there's good little stories to go with it as well. So do you want me to send them over to you? Yeah, no worries, yeah. But the thing is, no one else knows he's down here either, so it's good little story, do you know what I mean? I've just spoke to the Sun Online, the picture editor. We'll send them the pictures over. They're going to ring his people and say, you know, they'll have to pull him off Strictly for a couple of days, blah, blah, blah. And then they'll back it up. If they don't back it up, they'll probably just make something up. And then pictures will go online, hopefully. She'll get about 400 or 500 quid. I actually want him to win Strictly Come Dancing now. And do you know what? I don't even know who else is on it, but I want him to win. It's just funny how things happen, isn't it?
Would you stitch him up for money, or now you've liked him, does that mean you'll be nice to him?
He's a really lovely bloke, Judge Rinder. You know, he's lovely, but at the end of the day, I've got a job to do, so, you know, I do respect him. I wouldn't do anything nasty to, like, you know, completely ruin his career or anything like that. Not unless there was, like, serious money involved.
Manchester is where George was born, but having spent much of his childhood in care, it's a place which he believes has left his moral compass pointing in a slightly different direction to most people.
This is Stratford in Manchester. This is where I was brought up. Well, I mean, I say brought up, but this is where I was dragged up. I make no bones about it. I was taken away from my parents. I was put in a place of safety. I'm not complaining, because my life when I was brought up in a children's home was fantastic. I was so well looked after. The thing is, right, when I was younger, I had to manipulate lots of situations just to enable myself to eat sometimes, or to be able to get a pillow or whatever, you know what I mean? My safety when I was a youngster was put, you know, in jeopardy a lot of times. That's why I was taken and put in a place of safety. So I grew up with loads of kids, loads of different staff and all that looking after me. I've never had any security in my life. So everything I've had to do when I've been growing up, I've had to manipulate situations and manipulate my life into getting what I need. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's actually had a big impact in my job working as a paparazzi, because I put stories together and I manipulate situations. There it is. June the 14th, 1984, 27 minutes past 7 at night, me and my cousin David were stood over there on top of a train. The train juddered and moved. I put my arms out to stop myself falling. I managed to grab hold of that electric cable over there. I didn't realise at the time there was 25,000 volts going through it. Bit of a shock, to be frank. The electric was that powerful, to be fair. It went through my body, travelled up my arm, and it set my clothes on fire. And, yeah, made a bit of a mess out of me. But that was one lesson that... one thing that happened in my life, actually, that I think changed the course of my life. My outlook is live every day as if it's the last one, because one day it is. It's gonna be your last one. This is when my cousin brought me to wait for the ambulance. Brought me down over the bridge, put me there. I was smouldering. I was lying there waiting for the ambulance for ages. And, yeah, that was it, really. Then they took me to hospital, did a load of operations. The NHS were fantastic, brilliant. And then I ended up with all these lovely little scars here. Goes up my arm and down my leg, all down my left-hand side. And, yeah, you know, you think about it, look at this. I put a pair of trunks on, I go swimming, I'm not bothered at people looking at me. You get all these actresses worried about having a photograph taken when they've got a bit of makeup that's not on, you know what I mean? It's like, put things into perspective, get on with life. What's up with you? You know, it's like having another kid.
Whilst he's still in Manchester, George has decided to go undercover and stake out one of the city's well-known celebrity haunts, the Lowry Hotel. And he's hoping his disguise will help him blend in on a building site opposite the front door.
What is it they're doing in here? You're not fracking or whatever? No. What's that? We're doing the drains at the front here for you. No. People keep delivering stuff while I'm here. Where do you want me to get them to put it? Just stick it over here. Do you need me to sign for that? Right. You get in here all right, yeah? And if anybody says what you're doing, just tell them to speak to me, because I'm the foreman now.
What are you doing here?
Oh, we're doing all that. We're drilling the thing, because it's like World War II bombs were here, and so you got to check all that out.
But business can best be described as slow. Mourinho and Bublé are rumoured to be in town, but it's beginning to feel like George is clutching at straws.
Bilko, have a look. Is that him there with the suit on?
I can't
with
tell.
the case? What?
I can't tell.
Fucking move over there! Bilko, move over there. Bilko, listen. I need to fucking just walk to the front of the fucking fence here. Is it him?
I don't know, I can't see.
Right, listen, go and have a tea break. I'll do a bit of graft.
First time for everything.
But the day may not be lost. George has taken a call from a friend and fellow pap about a set-up shoot.
So what are you going to do? Do you want to text us a number and I'll give her a bell? You open the magazines and the papers and you look and you see all these celebrities looking completely glamorous in all bikini shots with the sun behind, and they usually got their hands running through their hair and they're looking all beautiful and stuff. And basically it's a collaboration between the photographers, the managers and the celebrities. That's what a set-up is. What's the surname? I'll Google her.
The person in question is Jenny Thompson, who first came to prominence when extensive coverage appeared in many newspapers highlighting her association with Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, hiya, Jenny. How you doing, love? You all right? She wants to carve out a career now in all this reality TV malarkey. So, I mean, this is perfect for her. Yeah, like skin-tight, proper lycra. Yeah. Just pretend I'm not here, do you know what I mean?
OK, I'll try not to look at you.
I mean, you could look at me. It's hard not to, isn't it?
Oh, I'm finding it really hard. Sometimes doing a set of pictures, you know, could just bring you back. You can have a, you know, spread in the magazine from it. Someone might want to use you for a show. So just, you know, a few pictures can get you somewhere if they're used, obviously.
I'll get some of your arse because it is a bit of a peach, I must admit.
Oh, thank you.
It's good for the celebrities, they get paid, the photographers get a cut out of it, the agents get a cut, everybody's happy. So setups work really well.
But as Jenny has discovered when she sold her story in the past, once you let the media genie out of the bottle, it doesn't always play nicely.
Sky News used to come to our house. We had them outside for 3 days straight, and we had paparazzi there. And me and my mum used to climb over the back wall just to go to the shop, because there were some days where you just didn't want to get up and you didn't want to face them, but they would be there all day. It's not nice to wake up to, but then again, sometimes you do put yourself in that position anyway, so you have to just take it. It's the good with the bad, I suppose.
It's all very standard stuff, all nice and light and airy and all that sort of stuff. You know, we do it every day. But that is not going to make me big money. It's the Rooney Association that I need to get in there. As we've got en route and we've started the journey, I've got a phone call off her. And she's like, hiya, hon, you all right? Listen, I've spoken to my manager and all this, and he don't want anything to do with the Wayne Rooney stuff. And if I keep getting publicity on the back of him, you know, people are going to hate me and slag me off and all this sort of stuff. So I've got to try and do something involving Wayne Rooney without her clicking. Tell her who you've been dressing up as.
Oh, I've been a builder this morning.
Oh, have you?
Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder. My little
There's been
girl,
a vicar.
My little girl would love him.
She would, yeah.
You know,
I'm not sure whether you'd want him to babysit, though. If you don't know, all the media and the papers and all that, they all refer to Wayne Rooney as Shrek. They always have done. Basically, I told the Bilko that's with me, I mean, he's, you know, it's like he's got a bit of an obsessive-compulsive disorder. And basically what he does is he just likes dressing up. And it's like, when I get up in the morning, it's quite funny because I just don't know who he's going to be today.
Why have you put this outfit on today, then?
I fucking love my job, honestly.
You love it, don't you? You secretly love dressing up. What is your favourite outfit?
I can't even fucking keep my camera straight. Fucking hell. Bilko didn't have a clue, I don't think, no. Give him a kiss.
No, we'll pass on that, thanks.
Give him a kiss on the mask, go on.
What?
Go on.
But what are you going to do with this?
It's only a laugh, isn't it?
On the mask?
Yeah, go on.
If this goes in the paper, I will kill you.
You don't have to kiss him on the lips. Go on.
Right, I'll give you a kiss on the cheek, Shrek. Oh, that's so cute. Amazing. So, yeah, have you got a girlfriend?
No, not at the minute.
What's the princess called in Shrek?
Fiona.
Oh, Fiona, that's what you need. You need a Fiona. Well, that, I can say I've never, ever done. And I thought I did most things.
I spoke to Jenny, I gave her a ring, I said, look, you know, I mean, I'm not being funny, I said, but you're walking around the park with Shrek. I said, did you not click it was Wayne Rooney? She went, I had no idea. I said, well, look, I've got the pictures. What we're going to do with them? And she went, oh, my manager's going to go absolutely mad, let me ring him. So she rang me back and said, no, there's no chance you can't. So if it had been anybody else and it hadn't been something sorted out with a mate of mine that was in the industry, they'd have been all over the Sun, the Mirror, the Star, all the papers, they'd have just hammered her everywhere. But there's certain times in this business where you have got to have a few morals. I mean, it doesn't happen very often, but on this occasion, I decided to pull the pictures and not use them.
And George's high moral stance lasted a whole 2 weeks before he eventually sold the photographs to the Daily Star for an undisclosed sum. Paparazzi photographer George Bambi is out for a Saturday morning stroll. And whilst normally a location film shoot would be a bit of a gift, today he has other things on his mind.
Little Mix. Perry, Jessie, Jay and Leah. I've only learnt the names about 10 minutes ago because I've never done them before. Gorgeous-looking girls. I've just got a tip. They're at the Bloomsbury Hotel, so I've come down. There's a film set just down the road. They all think I'm shooting them, giving it all the press. It's Glenn Close in here, Gillian Anderson in here. I'll be honest with you.
Hey.
I'm not fucking interested in that. I'm here to do Little Mix. I've rang the Bloomsbury Hotel. I've said I'm with the Little Mix film crew. What time are we due in? She went, oh, you're supposed to be here at 2:30. I'm waiting there. Seen this black car come around the corner, blacked out windows. I thought straight away, that is them. I'm straight on it, like a car bonnet. Hiya, you all right? You're looking beautiful. Hi, Perry. You all right?
And with some time to kill before Little Mix re-emerge, George hangs out with his new friends on the film set.
All right, chaps, you look very smart. Thank you very much. They said I can have a little coffee when you get a minute.
But George has been recognised.
Someone's getting me a coffee.
You're not with us, though, are you?
What?
You're not with us, are you?
I'm with the locations guys.
No, you're not. Sorry, Graham, this guy's not actually with us. He's a paparazzi.
What gives you that impression?
And when the same car returns, George knows it's time for an encore.
Give us a smile, Perry. You're the nicest one of the lot.
What have they?
I don't know. Still on. Oh, man, it's sticking up everywhere. I've been planning this for a while because I've had an email off her telling her she don't want me to take any pictures of her. Katie Hopkins can't stand a woman. She says horrible things about people all the time.
And one of those things was about ginger babies being harder to love, and another was that she wouldn't like to meet a ginger in the dark.
So I've got Bilko in a ginger wig, and hopefully when she comes out of her radio show, Bilko's going to walk 10 foot in front of her, drop his wallet out of his back pocket. She's hopefully going to bend down, pick it up, go, there you go, mate, you've dropped your wallet. I go bang, 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 bang. My thinking behind this is getting Katie Hopkins being a good Samaritan and helping somebody with ginger hair. Been to her house a couple of times, actually. I knocked on the door and I said, hi, Katie, my name's George Bambi, I'm a snapper. There's my press pass, so you know who I am. Do you mind if we do a couple of shots, you know, walking down the road, blah, blah, blah? She just slammed the door in my face twice. She emailed me once and said, you know, I'll have a think about it. So I've just said, look, you know, I'm trying to be upfront and nice. I'd rather take some pictures of you looking good rather than looking like a bag of shite, like you usually look, you know what I mean? So, anyway, I've gone off. She's like, I'll email you. She sent me an email saying, I don't want you to take pictures of me. I don't want you to take pictures of my family. I don't want you to take pictures near my house. I don't want you to do this, do that, of me and my team and all this. And she uses every opportunity she gets just to, like, get a reaction from people and get publicity.
What's the difference between what you do, making stuff up to get a shock reaction, and what she does?
Nothing. Bilko. Bilko. Keep your eyes on her. Stay there, stay there. Look where she is. She's going that way. Bilko, this way up here. Go on, now, now. Now! Now, drop it, drop it. You've missed it. Pick it up and get in front of her. Hurry up. And because I've had to shout so much, she's clocked us, put her hood up, sat on the wall, had nothing to do with it, because Bilko fucked that right up. Her picking the wallet up and giving it back to him potentially could have been worth 1,200, 1,500 quid. As it happens, not worth a penny. I'm not even going to bother sending them in. I'm here to make money, I've got a family to feed, you know what I mean? I'm not happy at all. Bilkster. You all right?
Yeah, fine.
I didn't mean to be that harsh on you before,
No,
mate. She was a bit tricky. She did move it now, didn't she?
Yeah.
Still love me? Can we have a hug?
No.
I think we should have a team hug.
No.
We've not had a
Try
team...
to work here.
We've not had a team hug for ages.
No.
Give us a hug. Come here. I love you to bits, mate. You know that. It's just work, innit?
Yeah, I know, it's stressful.
It is working with you.
A few days later, Amanda Holden proved more helpful retrieving Bilko's lost wallet. So helpful, in fact, that the following day, George returned to take this photo of her and Bilko as a builder, which took the tabloids by storm and which Amanda Holden tweeted to almost 2 million people. In George's line of work, it's often hard to distinguish where the line is between persistence to get a story and harassment. And it's an area that has often brought George to the attention of the authorities.
The only reason I don't get arrested for being a stalker is because I've got that, a press pass. That's the only thing that differentiates me from being a stalker.
Despite his recent contact with the police regarding Dawn French, George has not been deterred from trying again.
"30 million minutes. That's how long she's lived, apparently. Hello, Dawn. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, we are? It must be round the back of here somewhere. Right, we're at the stage door at the Vaudeville Theatre. Dawn French is doing her tour. It's the last week, and they're using this as an excuse to film the DVD, probably for Christmas. So there's 3 film units outside the stage door where I am, so I've got to be a bit careful. I've been told by one of the locals that she'll come in between 3 and 6, and I'm waiting here for her. So hopefully I'll get some pictures of her going in. I'm going to do one, though, because I don't want them to see me hanging about. I'm going to float. I'll see you in a bit.
How did that go?
Oh, I'll tell you what, that was a bit of a buzz. Doing Dawn is the hardest thing. I mean, nobody can get her. She's dead hard to get. Anyway, the door's open. I'm waiting, I've got one chance, and she popped her head out. And I got 4 shots before she clocked me.
How much do you think those photos are worth?
I'll probably get about 1,500, 2 grand off one of the mags for him, because she's very hard to get, Dawn. The good thing is, she didn't have any makeup on.
Do you feel bad you might have upset her before a big night that's going to be recorded for TV?
Upset her? No, it's part of the job. She's turning up into an auditorium. She's selling 30 million minutes of her life, her whole intimate life story on a stage in front of a few thousand people that are paying her 50, 60 quid a ticket. Why should I feel bad about taking a photograph of her? She's putting herself on show for everyone else. Me taking a picture, the only thing that's upsetting her is it's on my terms and not hers. I might have got myself a bit overexcited last night about the Dawn pictures. I'm a bit gutted, to be honest. I don't know what's happened, but when I've locked on, because I don't do flash photography a lot, the focus has locked onto the rear brake of the taxi and put the pictures of her out of focus. So if you don't get pictures pin sharp with the mags, they won't use them. But also, she's dressed in all black. And she knows that, Dawn, and all. She knows if she's dressed in all black, that the magazines, 9 times out of 10, won't use the pictures. So she's outfoxed me again, but, you know, cat and mouse game, innit? Cat might have won today, but the mouse will be back.